Sally A. Jimenez of Rye, New York is scheduled for a green card interview in January 2005, a moment she has waited for years, but is coming a little too late.
I would like to dedicate this video to all of you, to all widowers and widowed. The Lord hears good people when they cry out to Him, and He saves them from all their troubles. So guys, please watch, and I will share with you and encourage you how God helped me to overcome my depression and how God blessed me. Thank you for watching.
Jimenez, a 43-year-old San Pablo Laguna native, and whose application for a green card was pending, was not allowed to leave the United States, or her petition will be forfeited and she will be barred to re-enter the U.S. for 10 years. An overstaying alien who came to the country in 1997, her employer helped her become legal under an immigration law called the Life Act, which allowed undocumented aliens to adjust their status without leaving the country. In March 2002, Danny's cancer metastasized into the lungs and brain. His condition was exacerbated by systemic fungal infection, multiple organ dysfunction, and diminished immune response. When Danny's doctors in Manila recommended medical treatment in the U.S. to prolong his life, Jimenez immediately wrote letters to President George W. Bush and several New York legislatures to secure an emergency visa for Danny on humanitarian grounds. In a letter, the U.S. Embassy in Manila, through Ambassador Francis Ricardone, said there is very little chance that Danny could qualify for a visitor visa since his wife is an undocumented worker in the U.S. waiting for her adjustment of status, and that Danny's medical condition may raise public charge issues. The embassy also discouraged Jimenez from applying for parole to be on her husband's side. Ricardone said that due to congressional mandates, advanced paroles are granted much more sparingly than they were a year ago. On November 6, 2002, after 5 years of separation from her family, her husband Danny, 49, died of kidney cancer in Lipa City Hospital in the Philippines without fulfilling his last wish of seeing his wife.
I couldn't do anything to comfort my husband in his last days, as well as my children.
Said a teary-eyed Jimenez.
I talked to him on the phone, but all I could do was cry.
She recalled.
The pain was excruciating and the hurt was extremely very painful. I almost lost my mind. He begged me not to come home even if something happens to him. He said the future of our children should come first. We sacrificed for many years to get through with my papers, and now that it's almost here, all our waiting was in vain.
Jimenez's eldest son, John Daniel. My father asked me to take care of my mom and my younger brother and sister, John Daniel said. I promised him I will.
When I left Jordan in 1997, I never knew that was the last time I will see him alive. I left with full of hope and only one goal, that I can get them in 6 months to follow me and be reunited in Canada or America. Danny does not want me to leave because he told me that God have no plan for husband and wife to be separated. As our children were growing up and our income cannot support our daily living, we both agreed that I will go ahead and he will follow me with our children. Though we are thousands miles away from each other, we never neglected to connect with each other every single day via international long-distance calls at least 2 to 5 times a day, and also by mailing letters and cards for many years. He kept me updated with all my children's daily activities through video movies for many years. We may be apart physically, but our spirits were together. Communications are very important to any relationship, especially for husband and wife and children. Without communications, there will be no relationship. I thank God for Danny's life, for we kept communicating day and night when he was alive. When the doctor told him that they gave up on him, he told me that he does not want to go home in our house because he does not want his children to see him suffering. I told him not to worry. I offered him that I will put him in a hospital close by to our home while he was waiting for his time to go home in his final home. The last time I spoke to him on the phone, he was very happy. He said that he is not afraid to die because he knows where he is going, to heaven. One fateful morning, November 6, 2002, 10 a.m. in New York, I called his cellular phone, but he did not answer. I contacted the nursing station and I asked them how was he doing. Our friend Saling told me that, "Sister, he is only waiting for his time." So I rushed her to put his cell phone on his ear. I do understand that he cannot speak, but I know that he can hear me. I told him, "Danny, I give you my blessing to rest. I know you're already tired. I know you can hear me, even though you cannot talk. I love you. I will take care of our children. I promise you, I will bring them all here in America and fulfill your heart desires for your children and see you in heaven." Then I heard the voice of Sister Saling and she told me, "Ate," means Sister Sally, "he is gone." I quietly hung up the phone. I sat still. I was shocked. I was numbed. My tears were dried. At the same time, I felt relieved that Danny is no more in pain. I was all alone in my room at that time, in a huge house without no one. I did not cry because I know he is not in pain anymore. After few minutes, I cried and screamed on top of my lungs. I can't believe that he is gone. And God shall wipe away all tears from our eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. I'm sharing with you the significance of this video, which commemorates Danny's role as a faithful, loving husband and a great father to our children, and as a faithful servant of God. I thank God for giving me wisdom and knowledge to do these videos, and I'm so honored to share it with you. I want to thank all my siblings, my parents, Danny's siblings, all our friends, Danny's church, the San Pablo Conservative Baptist Bible Church, and its members, especially to all our friends who flew from Jordan, who took time, money, and efforts just to be with Danny in his last days, to Joey, to Chris, to Saleng, and Sister Emma, and other nurses from Jordan who really took care of Danny full time till his last breath, to show their extraordinary care, love, and respect as Danny's brother and sisters in Christ. This video is in honor of those who love and like Danny, bring positive energy and spirit to our lives no matter where we are. It is with all my heart that I strive to keep his legacy alive, and I know Danny would want us to live on and commemorate him through me, my children, my grandchildren, and the future generations. And these videos allows me to do that. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your supports and prayers. God bless us all.
Purihin po ang Panginoon sa mensaheng ating pong narinig maging sa mga balaala na tunay na hindi po ating hawak ang ating buhay. Subalit meron pong Diyos na nagmamahal sa atin, nagpapamfort sa atin. Natawagan ko po ang isang kapatid upang mabig sa atin sa aming bilang si kapatid na Eddie Bautista. Pamagat po ng aking dito. Pagkat si Kristo'y